Welcome. So we're going to go ahead and begin. You could start by finding a seated position where you really can connect to your spine and a feeling that in almost an easeful way that you can bring your spine upright. You might close your eyes and start to breathe through your nose. As you start to breathe through your nose, we'll intentionally let ourselves move away from what might be described as our self-centered dramas and start to connect, like letting this nose breath just start to quiet your experience. And we start to feel into the body, traveling that short distance into your body. We want to just start with really feeling whatever is happening, and that might be like how your body feels today, what's present in your heart. What is the mind trying to figure out or solve? We can feel into the world. So, yoga is about this interconnectedness and building the heart's capacity to be with, sometimes described as the 10,000 joys and the 10,000 sorrows. This is a good description of our life. Can we handle that? Sometimes what feels like a roller coaster or almost a paradox. A dualistic kind of feeling within. So we understand this is what it is, having a human brain and heart, these emotions. You just keep breathing through your nose, feeling I'm right here. And then we're going to just start to move the shoulders. So you could bring the shoulders like way up. They might lift your ribs up and then back and down. And just as you're starting to move, like your whole shoulder girdle, breathe through your nose, continue that breath. And even like kind of rolling your shoulders forward, rolling them back, and just getting that. This is an easy place to kind of carry the weight of the world. So we make sure that we don't feel like this burden that paralyzes us. Like, oh, yes, I can still breathe and move here. And we start to feel the spine, like really stay connected to that breath, kind of feeling the energy of the spine. And then just go ahead and just reach the arms, just reach them way up. And as you reach them up, I know you can't see my hands, but I'm just circling my hands around, moving the hands, the wrists, the fingers, like right from the heart. You're lifting up through the arms. So when you breathe through your nose, it brings a lot of awareness around, like, are my airways still open? Now you could go ahead and just take that right arm down and really get that nice lift of your left ribs. And then just switch. Hand comes down, reaching up the other side. Soft, relaxed face. Good. Now, as we release this, we're just going to let go of the cross-legged position. And you're going to to just take yourself right back onto your elbows, okay? And as you lean back, it just kind of undo your legs. And you're just going to take the legs and start to do any kind of a, like, kind of a big giant bicycle action here. The leg might start really high and then lower, high and lower, and just get a big action, big action. So breathing through your nose as you do this, and then just push right into your elbows and come up. Take the soles of your feet together and really lift up through your chest. Spine, like how this even helps to open your nostrils. Opening, rotating in your hips. Good. Now as you let this go, you're going to go right onto your back, all the way back, and reach your legs way up into the air. So you could take your arms out to the side for a moment. Circle your feet around, move your toes. And then bend your right knee, and you could grab your right thigh, draw that knee into your chest, and lower your left leg. Now you're going to lift your head up, lift your breastbone up, and right up to a sit-up, like you could bring your knee to your nose. Try not to lift your shoulders up in order to do that. And then as you let this go, the legs reach up. Now, when your legs go up, you want a sense that your whole spine is lifting up a little bit. So get that kind of a springing up, like your spine just stays up, and this opens the front of the body a little bit. Left knee comes into the chest, right leg lowers, and then you lift your sit up. Now, certainly here, there's like your lower back is dropping down. Like you could contract around your navel, your lower abdominal muscles as you go to your sit-up. Try not to wing your elbows out. You keep the elbows down, so shoulders down. We'll do a few of these more dynamically with the breath. So you reach your legs up, you inhale, kind of lift the front of the body. And then you go into your sit-up. You draw the right knee into the chest. You extend your left leg. And then a big inhale, the legs go up. Lift the heart a little bit. And then to your sit-up. This is almost like a little cat-cow with your spine. So as the legs go up, you're gonna lift your chest up, and then you go almost a little cat as you go into your sit-up. Back and forth. Move at your own, with your own rhythm of your breath. Good. Next time that you let go of this, we're just going to bring ourselves back up. I'm just rolling back up. And then instead of just the soles of the feet together, you're going to reach your legs out to the side. So legs way out, sitting upright, this pose of Upavista Konasana. Grounding, feel this, that base right at the top of your thighs, pushing down here. Even reaching through the heels. The soles of the feet are very open here. Good. Go ahead and move right onto all fours. And we'll just take one little side stretch here where the right hand comes forward and reaches over to the left. And then you reach your hips back and you go towards the child pose. But stretching, opening that right side of the body. Even align so you can breathe through your nose here. Feel, feel, feel that right side of the body is opening up. As you come up, right hand comes back, and then the left hand is reaching forward over to the side a little bit, and the hips go straight back. So we keep tapping into bringing awareness to the breath and how the breath can flow and keep this open, clear channel. Now, as you come up, we're going to take both hands forward and just move right into downward facing dog. So as you lift up here, let's go ahead and just look back to the feet and actually lift one foot and then place it down. Lift the other foot, place it down. So you're feeling like, where are you, doing your weight bearing in the feet, and even pay attention to your ankles, that the ankles are straight. You're not letting the ankles really sink or droop down. And then as you look forward, you could do the same with your hands. Like you lift one hand a little bit and you replace it. You lift the other hand, you replace it. Noticing where you're like pouring your weight in your hands. So we're going to do like a really big giant warm up for the hips, and that you're going to start by just reaching your right leg like way up into the air. Just reach, reach, reach. And then pull your right knee into your chest. Just do that big squeeze. And then reach your leg up again. Reaching up, and pull the knee into the chest. And then the right foot comes down. And then left leg now is just going to reach way up. Really nice, strong arms. Pull that left knee into your chest. And then reach the left leg way up. Pull the knee into the chest. And then place that left foot down and lightly touch your knees down. Move to a child pose. Just really fold in here. Just notice how it feels for your joints to really be folded up here. Deep flexion in your hips, your knees, ankles. So as you come back up, you're going to move back to your down dog. This time you reach your right leg up again. And then as you bend your right knee and you pull it into the chest, this time you're going to kind of sneak slowly into a little pigeon. Almost like pigeon as a warm up for your joints. So your right knee aims towards your right wrist, therefore opening that right thigh out to the side, and you just land your right shin down, reach your left leg back, gradually lower into this so both hips are lowering evenly. Do a brief lower of the whole upper body down, but then you just come back up. So I've extended my back leg way back, this top of the foot is down. I'm just lifting them to a little back bend here. Chest, heart forward. As you let this go, the back foot tucks under and you just go back up. And you're going to reach your right leg up again, way up. And then it touches down. And then the left leg, reaching way up. Breathe again, this time as you pull the knee into the chest. So the knee does not point straight forward. It opens out to the side towards your left wrist, or right towards your left wrist. Landing kind of slowly. Really investigate, like, how does this feel? Lowering that right leg, reaching back, even open your toes. Full fold. So I'm not even going onto my elbows. I'm just letting this kind of fold over briefly and then coming back up. So I can place my hands where I can press and lift up, but also heart forward. Good. Wake up to the spine and then to your down dog. So the back foot under, you're lifting up. That three-legged dog where you reach the left leg up. Foot comes down. And then just walk forward. Take your full forward bend. So now what does it feel like with your legs just straight up and down? Push into the feet. Come all the way up. Reach up, even look up like your navel is lifting up. And then the arms come down. Good. Let's just do a few of those like half sun salutations here. Just almost that way of just waking up through the spine, almost like a cat and cow. So we just reach the arms up. The whole front of the body lifts up and looks up. And then you reach your arms way out to the side. You could even press your shoulder blades on your back as you go to your forward bend. Like it's kind of a flat back, straight legs, and then just gradually folding all the way over. Head drops, and then lift up to your flat back. Really notice where your hands or fingers go here. You might take your fingers onto your legs in order to go to that lifted flat back. And then all the way over again. Fold over and come up. Push into the feet. Lift, look up. Take palms together in front of the heart. Now we're going to do 3 more of these. Just maybe your own breath, your own rhythm. Like you inhale up, you exhale, you go all the way over. This one I like to do with the breath. I inhale that flat back and then over that exhale. The inhale brings you up. Exhale, palms together in front of the heart. The inhale all the way up, reach up, look up. Then the exhale all the way over. Inhale to that flat back. And exhale all the way over. Inhale coming up. Exhale, palms together in front of the heart. And 1 more of these, your own pace. Really full and complete. Take your time. So you're going to stay standing. Just bring arms right down alongside you. And let's just kind of continue waking up by balancing. Everything really has to orchestrate together in order just to balance on one leg. So we're going to balance on the right leg and just lift your left knee up. You could take your arms maybe out to the side to really get the shoulder blades on the back. There's a little lift of your navel. Just toning the waistband, and then straighten your left leg and really feel like both legs straight, still breathing through your nose. Bring that left foot down and switch. Balance on your left leg. You could lift your right knee up. Now, of course, this is like as high as you want, so that there can continue to be this breathing through your nose that leads to a calm, straighten the right leg. It's a good one for working with just the right difficulty, of how high you're lifting the right leg. Releasing, bringing that foot down. Switching again, balance on the right leg and lift out of your right hip. Do not sink. And you also straighten and firm your leg, lifting left knee up. Keep a lot of space in your chest through nose breathing. Straighten the left leg. Foot comes down, switch sides. I could really tell I was lifting a little too high. It's a good way of getting to know like that relationship with your quad muscles, with your thigh muscles. So you're balancing on the left leg, the right knee comes up. Right leg straightens. Good, let's take that foot down. And you're going to turn on your mat and just take the legs nice and wide apart. And go ahead and bend your, point your toes out to the side. And then to start to bend your knees. And you might even feel like how this feels like in your thighs, both your quads, your hamstrings, what's going on in your hips, that rotation, getting to know where, like what is this angle out of your thighs? What works? Toes could lift. You're lifting up through your ankles. And then just start to straighten your legs. But even that, you're still getting that length, that balance through your feet. You're not drooping your knees forward. In a way, your knees are still pointing out to the side even when you straighten your legs. Pull up your legs, lift your navel, and then keep the heart really light as you bend the knees again. And as they bend, notice how they just go, they're pointing out. They still have that direction. So reaching your arms way up here. Lifting straight up through your spine, straight up, like ribs up. And then we'll just do a little side to side. I'm going to drop my right hand down, just reach that left arm up. And then the left hand comes down. I just reach the other side up. And just do this back and forth. So grounded. Really make sure it's like really stable. Good. And just come up. Straighten the legs now. Take toes forward. And you're going to bring your hands behind you and interlace your fingers. So at first here, it's good to straighten your legs and get that lift up right from your pubic bone, like lift up. As if you can feel the energy of your legs, like your legs really start, way up at your waistband. Now draw the shoulder blades together, keeping this lift of the chest as you go to a forward bend. And you might naturally lift your arms up here. Keep drawing your shoulder blades together. Strong legs, like you could feel your kneecaps lift up here. And then lengthen the spine and come up. Now as you come up, the arms are just going to reach out to the side. We're going to do kind of a funny sequence here, kind of a vinyasa and it kind of looks like a sun salute. And possibly, I do see the sun peeking out, so I think it's going to work. So right foot is going to open to the right. You're going to move right into a warrior two. Nice deep pose. But as this kind of sinks into this, there's that effort. We really want to lift up through the spine, breathe through your nose. Ah, feel the soles of the feet nice and open. Like even that left foot is really pushing that straight down. Like try not to sink that arch of the left foot. Okay, lift the pelvic floor, breathe through your nose. So when you breathe through the nose, it's like this instant connection. Whole body. Now that back left arm is going to lift up. And you're going to move to your downward facing dog. Focusing on the length of the spine, the length of the sides of your body. Like imagine the spine continues to grow, lengthen here. How does it feel when you breathe through your nose here? As you move to your plank pose, we're going to pause and we're going to do one little action in plank pose where you take your right hand and just touch your left shoulder and then place your hand back down. And then the left hand, you touch your right shoulder and you bring the hand back down. And do that back and forth, or not if this doesn't feel like it's a good idea. Do not hold your breath. And then in your own way, you could lower down to the mat. So possibly you might touch your knees down. And as you lower all the way down, your legs reach back. You breathe, 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 breathe as you open your cobra pose. So no haste here. In fact, there's a lot of study as you're moving into this. Breathing through your nose helps you feel your whole body. Reaching the heart forward. As if the lungs, you could almost feel that they were little balloons lifting up. As you let this go, you're going to move it back to your down dog. You lift up. Hips. So it's good to really focus on, as you press into your hands, how you actually push your hips back. Lift your heels, step your right foot forward. Take a big step. Why not? We'll lift up to our crescent pose. So you have to push down. This is why I have many reasons for crescent pose, that you just have to be grounded and stable as you lift up here. It's kind of a balance. So we organically open to this. You lift up, and we have to be very aware of the pelvic tilt. That you're intentionally lifting the front of the pelvis, straightening the back leg, and actually drawing the tailbone in. Good. Now, as you drop your back heel down, you're going to rotate right where you came from in the beginning. So feet are parallel, the arms reach out to the side. We'll go right into left side. So open that left foot to the right. Open the left foot to the left. Bend that left knee to warrior two. So I could kind of drop my right ankle down, but because there's consciousness moving all the way down there, we feel like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get that position through my ankle. I'm lifting my right ankle slightly, so my foot is straight down. Aim that left thigh bone directly to the left. Sometimes even a touch can help, like sweep that inner thigh, open it, inner groin. And then that pelvic floor, like, lifting up, breathing through your nose. It's like you just keep moving into the pose. Back arm, we're gonna lift up, we're gonna move through that down dog. So hands now to this left side, just step back. Move right into your down dog, breathe through your nose. So we know for certain, like I'm right here. And completely and fully in this present experience. As you move to your plank pose, you can take your hand to your shoulder, hand to your shoulder, hand to your shoulder. You just go back and forth, kind of playing with that. And then down onto the belly. Now, as you're down, it's so good, like Cobra is usually just the entryway. You know, as you start your back bend here. I always love to just keep it kind of waking, just waking up this strength. You lengthen and lift your legs. It's almost like we remember, like, oh yeah, I'm here to really work. Arms go to the side. Still lots of space around your chest. You're breathing through your nose. Now moving. So the arms kind of fold in alongside you again. And keep the elbows in. Keep your shoulders back as you go to down dog. Heels lift, left foot stepping forward. Going to your crescent. So grounding. Legs strong. You're lifting up even like through your hips. It almost feels like your legs are like pulling into their hip joints, connecting, and then they're just like right up your spine. So as you lift up your spine, then the arms, there's like that open channel through your shoulders. Breathe through your nose. Good. Now as that back foot drops down, you open. Feet are parallel, arms out to the side, and then go ahead and take hands behind again. Interlace your fingers. There's the lift, like your kneecaps lift. Your hip bones lift. This is like, could be, kind of subtle. So the space in your chest as you go to your forward bend, notice how you keep lifting up. Like even you can feel like kneecaps still lifting up here. As you draw your shoulder blades together, breathe through your nose, feel your neck. And then push right into your feet and lengthen the spine to come up. You can just release your fingers here, and we're going to step to the center. Mountain pose. Look forward. Breathe through your nose. So let's go just as a little warm up. We're going to go onto the floor and we're going to lay on our side. So we're going to do this. I'm laying on my right side here. And as you go down to the floor, you have options. You could really lay down and just take like your head on your arm. Some people like to bend their elbow and kind of hold head up, but the legs are going to extend out. So this can feel a little tippy, right? Because as I really lengthen my legs, so I'm laying on my right side, so my left leg is on top. And yeah, so you could balance yourself with that top left arm. So you get a sense that your legs are together, right? And then we want to feel like, okay, what if I wanted to lift my top leg? So I kind of get that strength and I could start to engage, like I'm about to lift my top leg up. And then go ahead and lift it up. And just feel that lifting, and then lower down. So you're just exploring the lifting of the legs straight up. Okay. So this is actually a yoga pose. I do not teach very often, but we're going to explore today. Now, as you start to bring your leg higher, so as you start to bring your leg higher, it has to rotate. It has to rotate in the hip, right? So just explore that. Like I'm lifting straight up, but then I kind of rotate, pointing my toes up, and leg comes down, and just letting that be kind of natural, using leg strength. And then we could do what's called kind of closing the loop. So this is like open loop. Now, if I were to reach up, and this is where it gets a little tippy, and I like to bend my bottom leg a little bit, is to grab your toe up there. So this is sometimes called closed loop, and it's a little easier to hold once you have that assist of your arm lifting the leg, right? So kind of playing with that, do it one more time where you just lower down. You might start with this, both legs really straight. And then the lifting and the little rotation to lift the leg up. I kind of like doing this on the floor because you can't really start to compromise or cheat at all because your spine has to stay really long. Be sensitive to how this feels in your lower back, of course. Like once the leg is up there, could you play with reaching up, grabbing the foot? I'd say in any way. The classic way is using 2 fingers, grabbing your big toe. Good. And then as we let this go, since we're down here, we're going to do the other side. So just rotate and lay on your left side. Okay. So as you're reclining here again, I'm just keeping my top or my bottom arm just extended with my head on my arm. And I like to start at first with legs really straight so you can feel this in your lower back, your pelvis, just elongating. And then start to just lift that top leg. You might notice what happens around like your ab strength, to stabilize and just lifting up. So in other words, you don't want to lift your leg and just start to arch your back. So you're engaging a little bit around your whole waistband just to lift the leg up. And notice, like if you wanted the leg to go higher, you could let it rotate. Okay. And then as you lower it down, that rotation kind of goes away. So this is just what we do in order to move the leg. So technically you lift straight up And then you externally rotate the leg as it comes up. You're breathing through your nose, right? And then see if we could do, so this is called the open loop. It's like unassisted. And then you could like practice bringing the leg up. I like, again, to bend that bottom leg a little bit so I don't tip. And then just play with closing the loop by just reaching up, keeping that top leg as straight as you can. Holding. And then as you let go, it drops down. Notice how that feels. You might extend both legs out nice and straight again. Even as you straighten them, try not to arch your lower back. Leg lifts, we'll do it one more time. Lifts straight up, and then the rotation to lift the leg higher. But that rotation, it really is just the leg in that hip joint. Maybe reach up, play with grabbing with the 2 fingers on that big toe, and stay nice and lengthened through your spine. Try not to sink your chest at all. And then as you release, the leg comes down. So as you come up out of this, take the legs right in front of you. Take a big forward bend, but just kind of gentle here. That legs can stay straight. You might hold your shins or your toes. Good, so we're gonna go through, I think we'll just move through a sun salutation here and play with our side plank where we kind of do that same leg lifting, maybe. So we kind of warmed up what it feels like. Why don't you take yourself towards the front of the mat? We'll take palms together. Tall, lengthening, breathe through your nose as your arms come up, as they sweep up. Move to your full forward bend. Stepping all the way back to down dog. And as you move to your plank pose. So instead of that touching the shoulder, we'll actually really balance on one arm as you go to your side plank. So I'm going to balance on right hand, so I have to take that right foot and roll onto my outer right foot. Push into the outer right foot. And then I could keep left fingers down as I place my left foot on top of my right. So this, as you start to open to this Vastasthasana side plank pose, we just open and feel here. Now imagine that you were going to lift that top leg. You could play with just lifting up a little bit, lowering. You don't have to at all. As it lifts, comes down, and then just release. Just take that top hand down, move back to your down dog. So it's good to just like slowly, especially if that isn't an action you typically do. Move through your plank and onto your belly. Moving into your back bend, lifting up. Lengthen, lift your legs, reach your arms out. So as you reach your arms out, you feel your shoulder blades, and then you could maybe feel like neck, like whole spine, shoulder blades, just right. Go ahead and move back to your down dog. And we'll move to our side plank on the other side. So we'll start just with getting familiar with what that hand and foot are doing. So we reach the left foot back on the side of the left foot and then place the right on top. So just getting your balance here as you're opening to this really firm top arm reaching up, lifting that top leg a little bit. Like, what would that feel like? And then that right hand comes down, you move back to your down dog. Stepping the right foot forward. Take a nice big lunge position here. And then step the left foot forward. Coming all the way up to standing, grounding, lifting up. Take palms together in front of the heart. Pause. Good. So we're going to practice that again. It's always good, again, possibly if that first time was like, oh, we're kind of revisiting that. And then just second time, it's good. There's just nothing like repetition, right? So arms coming up. Opening to this. And as you reach your arms out, it's really strong forward bend. Like even this pose, forward bend, there's so many ways, kind of your energy to bring to this. This could be kind of floppy down, just kind of a ragdoll feeling. Or you could really be doing the pose. The legs are active and straightening. Even the crown of the head is reaching to the floor. Move back to your down dog. Now, you could just move to just feel like plank pose. Always optional, like maybe side plank, balancing on one arm is not really working. And you just want to do those, even like the shoulder tap with your hand, or we'll balance on the right side. So look back, the outer right foot really pushes down, grounding that, and then the right leg is really straight as you place the left leg on top. So get a feeling as you start to open to this. So that side of the body is really lifting up away from the floor. One other way of kind of playing with this is like you want to lift that top leg, you might bend your knee, lift that top left leg, grab your big toe, straighten that leg. Releasing, going back to your side plank, and then releasing down. Moving to your plank pose and onto your belly. Legs back. So it's kind of like we plant the seed of a back bend. And we breathe through our nose. We're going to water that seed and just let the body move into this back bend. No, I'm just really moving to Shalabhasana, locust pose. Feel free to do any other back bend. Move back to down dog. So as you kind of start going to your plank pose, you could make sure it's good to look back at your left foot when you reach that foot way back, preparing for your side plank. As you place that right leg on top, this is like very planky, very stable. Ah. So you certainly could play with just like lifting that top leg a little bit, like creating the conditions, or just kind of prepare, like I'm about to lift my leg. Or that other way, like if you really wanted to close the loop right away, you could bend that top knee, reach back, toe, and just start to straighten. This one I've just been revisiting because of like shoulder issues. And back to that side plank. Coming down. Down dog. And left foot steps up. Big lunge. Right foot steps up. And come up, pushing your feet all the way up. Keeping the heart light, palms together in front of the heart, breathe through your nose. Good. As you bring your arms down, we're going to just move. Let's move onto the floor and take one pose where we're going to recline. So as you recline down, so we're just going to do that reclined version of the number 4 pose. We'll just do this kind of step by step. So the arms could go to the side first. So the feet are on the floor. And you'll just start by crossing your right leg over the left. So we really want this alignment where the right ankle is on your left thigh. So it's right above the knee. And just gradually, this right knee, that right thigh starts to rotate open, and it kind of moves the knee away from your nose, from your face. Opening that right knee. Keep the sides of the body lengthening. So when you're opening that, try not to like push your left hip out to the side or push the hips at all. That it's just that leg moving in the socket. Right foot stays a little flexed. Right ankle straight. So now the next action would be just to lift your left foot. As you do that, it's going to draw your right shin in towards your chest. Try to keep the spine lifted up here. Try not to crush your lower back down or, sink your heart. So a little lift of your heart. You might thread your arms, thread your hands through and grab your left thigh and do that little assist. This is very similar to like closing the loop where you get that the assistance of drawing the leg in. Keep lengthening the sides of the body. Now, as you're drawing that right leg in towards your chest, this is a very deep stretch for that right hip, muscles around the back of the hip. You might even play with straightening your left leg. Breathe through your nose. And notice your shoulders. Ideally, like the shoulders are kind of dropping down rather than slouching. Good. And then just letting this go completely. The feet drop back down to the floor. And we do the other side. So you're crossing that left, we could just say crossing left leg over right leg, but specifically you have your left, like your ankle area right above your right knee. So your left foot's kind of hanging out to the side there. Sides of the body are lengthened. You try not to curve your spine at all. So as you lift your right foot up, you keep the length and the energy in your spine. So yes, we're playing with like drawing this left leg, drawing this left shin in towards your chest, but at the same time, it's like your left knee is kind of drawing away from you to rotate deep in that hip. Breathing into your nose helps to keep you aware of your whole body, really feeling and staying connected. So that in a way, our whole yoga practice it's almost like it's not self-centered. Like we're just feeling into what it feels like to be a human with a body and not be stressed out. So I find nose breathing can help remind me of that. Oh, I can be free of tension. So again, if you want to hold your right thigh, draw it in, and try not to move into a slouch as you do that. So keeping the shoulders down, little lift of the chest, almost feeling like your spine is lifting up as you're drawing your left leg in. Slowly letting go of this. The feet drop back down to the floor. The arms drop right alongside you. And as you feel your feet, just grounding your feet, grounding your shoulders, pushing your feet straight down. Now draw your navel down. Kind of flatten your lower back and then move to a little bridge pose. So you start to lift the butt away from the floor. Keeping nice space in your chest. Continue to breathe through your nose. Open, open, open to this. And really notice the relationship. Like as you lift up into your bridge, you probably feel this through your neck. So make sure you don't just like crush your chin down at all. So you actually feel, aware of your neck and your throat, keeping all those channels really open. Your eyes are relaxed. And then just gradually you could lower down out of this. So close your eyes and let yourself almost in a dynamic way, like lift up into your bridge. Not like way up, like the big bridge pose, and then you just lower down. So could you do this in a in a way that you can really breathe through your nose and just feel like whole body really stays open as you lift and as you lower. Feel the pushing down, like we think of lifting up, but feel the grounding down, shoulders, upper arms down, feet grounding. Ground your inner heels down as you do this. Please make sure you do have plenty of space between your feet. Lifting and lowering, and that kind of that origination of this is the tailbone. We want to really make sure that as you lift up, you're decreasing flexion in your hips to the point where really there's no flexion. It turns into extending and opening in front of the hips. Each time you lift into this, you might notice like, oh, it's a little bit different. Fluid. It's like the breath just really sweeps through any tension. Now keep your face really soft. And maybe next time you lift up, you could just stay there and get into just the details of how to open to this. And give the body a little time to fully kind of relax and allow this energy flow. And gradually down. Once you're down, you can take your arms, reach your arms way out to the side. Lift your feet away from the floor and just squeeze your legs together gently. Now, again, keep your spine just slightly lifted up and just start to go into a twist here where you drop your knees about halfway down and then they go up and over halfway down the other side. Breathing through your nose, let your head start to move here. Now your head is pretty heavy. Like if you drop your knees to the left, you roll your head to face looking to the right. But there really is a very grounded feeling of your head. Keep breathing through your nose. Keep the soles of the feet really open here. Maybe let this just be a little bit slower. And as it's slower, like you might feel like it's a little bit harder when it's slower. So we have to work to keep the breath flowing through the whole body. Doing this in a way that you're opening to the work of this, all of the sensations. And you can feel breath in your nose flowing into the whole body. Almost relaxed because of this open spaciousness in the body. It's really good, I find, to do this, what I call like an active twist. You're not just kind of dropping over to one side. It's a real conscious positioning. Good. And then as you let this go, you just pause in the center, you drop your feet to the floor. And then just walk your feet nice and wide apart. Now completely drop your legs to the right. Again, heavy head might look to the left. Legs up and over to the other side. Breathe. Move again, just up and over to the right, really heavy head. Legs up and over to the left. So here, this is a good point to breathe through your nose, feel your body. And is there any other movement or pose, anything you want to do before you take the pose of Shavasana? Just let this be um, truly just your own transition into stillness. Okay. We could say a mindful transition. And as we practice Shavasana, that we wholeheartedly practice Shavasana. Sometimes there's an urge to skip this pose and, kind of bolt out into our day. So please give yourself this time in stillness. And it's a really wonderful opportunity then to feel. You might consciously breathe through your nose, like as you're completely still, to take a few deeper breaths. You can feel your airways nice and open. But then, of course, good to let go of any control over the rhythm, the pace of your breath. Sometimes we might feel this little dissatisfaction or irritation, like the conditions aren't perfect for deep relaxation. Good time to learn then it is possible to be free. Even start with that area of the forehead. I like to start there. This is that space of the third eye, to make sure that that space is relaxed and open. That's where we open and just see things clearly, just how they are. Can I open to all of the joys and the sorrows, all of the perfection and the imperfection? As you bring awareness to the space inside of your mouth or your lips, it's almost like we have a little searchlight, like we're looking, like, where is there some tension? Is there any tension around your mouth? Like, oh. Oh, I didn't notice. And then you practice letting go of that tension. Oh, I could soften that space. This practice is about noticing things that we typically overlook. That lead to misperception or lead to tension. So, aware of your throat, aware of your whole neck, softening, letting go. You might just be aware of like your forearms. Like, can you feel the weight of your hands or your arm bones on the floor? And then even the upper arms, the shoulders, and space in your upper chest. Imagine your lungs. You might feel the space in your chest, heart. So we know we're practicing, just keeping this space flowing, connecting. Moving now to your belly, just to check out the space of your belly. Oh, is there any tension in the belly? Soften, relax. Holding tension usually it's not really helpful. And as you feel into just your legs, you might feel the weight of your heels. And it's the actual weight of the legs dropping down and relaxing, releasing your whole body. Your whole body. Relaxed, alert. So relaxed, meaning that we're free of anger or hatred, and we're alert. We're awake, seeing things just as they are. It's from here that we can start even this whole practice of skill in action. That when we do, and our actions, our words are from this place of no tension. Even now, coming out of this pose, there is this just a deep strength, kind of a fluidity as the whole body can work together and transition. And as you come up to seated, possibly um, the spine, like as we just feel into it's like the opposite of being spineless, that we've located that deep strength as we take palms together in front of the heart. There is that saying that strong spine, soft heart. Hmm. So may our practice, may it really lead to the decrease of suffering and tension, practicing for all beings with this wish, may all beings be free. And we'll close with the sound of Om. We'll take a deep inhale. Mm, really, the world really thanks you for taking this time, and uh, may we continue to keep our hearts open because this leads to the opening of other hearts and continuing to be with the joy and the pain in this world and staying with it. So yeah, I'm wishing you just a wonderful practice, everyone, and we will meet again. So be well.